Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. Today is one theme and one theme only, comic books. So we're just a few days away from the big comic book show in Wearsdale. If you want more information on that, go in on the internet. I'll give you that in just a moment here. The Comic Book Connection. The Comic Book Connection. Go on search engine, Comic Book Connection. You get all the information. This Saturday, this Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Wearsdale, Florida. Fantastic show. A lot of 50-cent boxes, a lot of dollar boxes. Just doing comic books today. I'm going to plow through, try to get they're just a stack at random. No theme on the comic books at all, just kind of a fun day. Okay, number one on the list, Micronauts, Image. One thing that I found, in my opinion, that made Image distinct from DC and Marvel is Image had used darker colors, more vivid colors. There was almost a hint that they used, it was almost an oil painting on the front. Really beautiful cover. Also, what I liked so much about Image is along the entire storyline, there would be no ads. Now let me see. This is they don't give you the month. This is 2002, and this is Micronauts number 2. I think one of my subscribers probably knows more about Micronauts than I do. I've got about 5 or 6 Micronaut issues. I like Micronauts. I just need to build up my collection of Micronauts. Here's a great double page drawing. Beautiful double page drawing. Love it. And the whole storyline until the back. Now here's something unique about Image. Unlike DC and Marvel, on their letters page, they would run the letter the entire width of the page. Whereas DC and Marvel, they had an imaginary line here and a column of letters here and a column of letters here. This is kind of nice for a change of pace, you know. So here's the back cover. No ads. You know, just a nice drawing. No ads at all on the back. Okay. Next in the line, Excalibur starring Spider-Man. Great issue. I love this shade of blue. This hit the newsstands at $1.75. Excalibur number 53. In August, let me see what year this was. August 1992. There was a great, beautiful full page drawing there. I'm partial. A lot of people don't like full page drawings. You know, they say, oh, they're copying out on the story. Another full page drawing. Great drawing of Spider-Man in action. There was a great ad for Thor comic. Here it is, Thor. Great ad for Thor. Great drawing of Thor. Good stuff. Next, number 3 on the hit parade. Detective Comics, number 646, from July of 1992. Featuring the third Robin. Those of you familiar with the 1960s Batman TV show, and you followed Batman through the motion pictures, in comic book land, by 1992, Batman was on his third Robin, Tim Drake. And here's a great Batman and Robin drawing. Great drawing. One other one I wanted to show you here. Oh, great. See if I find it here. I had it. I should have. Oh, here it is. Batman and Robin, Tim Drake Robin, and the Batmobile of the early 1990s. The Batmobile, as most of you know, was constantly changing, constantly evolving, for the good and the bad. You know, it depends upon your own personal taste. Now, here's the deal. If you see the Silver Age, which is the 1960s, they would have about once or twice a year, each featured superhero would have an 80-page giant, which in the 60s would feature stories from the 50s. If you come across an 80-page giant from the 60s, and it's in the 50-cent box, get it. Because don't worry about, I don't have the cover, gee whiz. Even if it just ruins one story. Now here's what I love about these Batman 80-page giants from the 1960s. They would take a Batman newspaper syndicated story, and feature the entire story in the comic book. Now this one is Catwoman. So, it was like a little extra feature there. Okay, moving right along. I got another detective, 546 from 1985. You see what I do? On my comic books, I use the label maker. Put it right on there. I know the number, the year, and then for the month, it's a DC, so I know it's right here. It's January. Nice way to keep the comics. And let's see what I got here. Now, this is a kind of a unique thing I do. Now, this is in the back, I put an oak leaf. This is an oak leaf from one of the oak trees at the old Mabey homestead in Lincoln Park. I'm sentimental, Great, great cover. Kind of an eerie black and red kind of thing. Revell model in the back. Speaking of Revell models, I don't know, it was in 1966. I won third prize in the Revell model contest. I think it was Why I Like Revell Models, 500 Words or Less. And I think there were 20 people won third prize. So they sent 2 huge cartons filled with models, and not the cheap stuff. There was a submarine, there was a clipper ship, there were a couple of bomber planes, a couple high-end car models, the Silhouette, really high-end, and the submarine, and a modern-day battleship. And so I said, hey, this writing thing pays off, I still have my Silhouette. I have to dig it out and show it sometime. Great Batman cover. In the 80s, kids were still putting models together. Here's one for Revell, and here's one for Monogram. Now I believe Monogram and Revell joined forces, and they're just one company now. It was AMT, MPC, I think it was IMC, the Lindbergh line. Does anyone remember? Put in the comments if you remember the Lindbergh line. They made car models for $1 in the 60s, and they were the great thing about they would be molded in. They weren't molded in white plastic. They would be molded in yellow or blue, mostly yellow and blue, some red. Their claim to fame was the Lotus and the Ferrari. I had the Lotus and the Ferrari. and I had a Mustang Lindbergh line. It wasn't great for detail, you know. It wasn't like the AMT and the Revell where they put great detail on the engine. I remember the engine would just, it would just appear like it would just show the upper half of the engine, and you'd glue it in there. But in the 60s, AMT and Revell, MPT, IMC models, they'd set you back about $3 or $4. And it was the coolest thing. You got $1. You go to Moe's Sweet Shop, buy a model, $1. No sales tax back then or anything like that. Let me see if I can find a good picture here, a good drawing here. Good one here. Batman on the rope. Great shot. I think in the 80s, Jason Todd was the Robin, or had not yet taken the mantle of the Robin. And Jason Todd, unfortunately, was killed by the Joker. But here's Jason Todd right here, not yet as Robin. He hadn't taken the, and I think there was a conflict. Bruce Wayne did not want to take him as, you know, the new Robin. Okay, what do I got now? Mighty Thor, $4.48. Newsstand price, $1.25. Let me see what I got here. I like Thor. I like Thor a lot. I didn't like the way they treated Thor in the last movie. Put in the comments what you thought. You know, they had him overweight and lazy and just kind of down in the dumps and that kind of thing. But I always liked Thor. Mighty Thor, guest starring Spider-Man. Let me see what year this is. 1992, June 1992. Great Thor. Baseball. You know, the 80s was car models, and the 90s it switched to baseball cards, football cards, that kind of thing. Let me see. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice, great drawing. Spider-Man kicking Thor. You know, that the Marvel universe, you'd have two superheroes, and they. Oh, here's an example of the letters page. This is divided into thirds, so you had 3 columns. Whereas Image, they just ran the letters straight across. Great ending on this. I don't want to be a spoiler on this, but great ending on this. This, you know, it was the old to be continued kind of thing, which Marvel was famous. DC too, they're famous for that kind of thing in the 90s. Let me see now. It's hot and I need a little sip. Oh, I always forget. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. It gives me a few points. Okay. I got a Thor comic that is. Anybody knows about this, please let me know. Thor 166, July 1969. Very good condition. I paid $16 for it. There. I didn't have the fancy label for this one. But this has got me baffled. Up here, no price, just number 1/. Let me see what year this is. This is July 1969. I think what happened, this is when Marvel went from 12 cents to 15 cents. And this was some kind of a misprint or something. It might be worth more. I don't know. Great opening picture panel for Thor. I like Thor a lot. Batman's my favorite, but I like Thor. Great. I don't know. I have to check if this is Stan Kirby or not. Let me check to see if this is Stan Kirby. Yep, Stan, the old team, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. 1969. This is just about the time before Stan and Jack had their little difference. and Jack Kirby went over to DC Comics. And of all the great Jack Kirby ended up drawing for one of the comics he drew for was Jimmy Olsen. I got too much Batman here. Let me see what I got here. Oh, X-Men! X-Men 284. I didn't put a label on that one, on this one. This baby's in like near mint condition. It's from 1991, January 1991. Newsstand price $1. Imagine, you go out and for $1 you get a comic book. They got them in Walmart now, $10. It's like 100 pages, but come on. Then this is going into the 90s was baseball cards and also handheld computer games. Again, Wolverine, computer games. Talking about Wolverine. At one of Joe Peace's comic book shows, he has drawings for prizes, and I won this big, tall Wolverine. I'm gonna show it on one of my shows. In fact, I'll try to show it before the big comic book show. Let me see what I wanted to. Again, baseball cards and video games. That's the dominated the ads in the 1960s. I just there was a drawing here I really wanted to, but this is representative of very dynamic, colorful panels of the 1990s X-Men. I'm into 17 minutes. How many comics did I do? 3. I did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 8. That's not bad. 8, So have a little fun here. I got a lot of I gotta rearrange this. I got too much Batman on the top. Yeah. There's something I wanted to say and share, and I can't remember now. But okay. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay positive, and I'll see you on my next vlog. Till then, take care.